very nervous about it, but we we can make it happen, right, D? Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning to those that are on here. Good morning to our note takers. Good morning to our Zoom users. Good morning to all my picture people that I have over here. What beautiful pictures we got of people. There's D. Finally got somebody on video. Who else is going to be on video today? Who else we got? What a great video you did yesterday. Great job with that. That was really good. Really good. Guys, I apologize if I do sputter or my 7 a.m. Look at you. Well, welcome. Who do we have? Who is the Zoom user? What's your name besides Zoom user? I know there's a beautiful name behind that red jacket. Shantae, there she is. Good morning to you. Um, so if my chat or if my Zoom doesn't work, um, just say something in here in the chat so that way I know. But great video that you got there, new listing. So here we go. Here we go. So if you're we got a lot of different people from different states here. So put your name in the chat, put your email in the chat. Tell us a little bit how long you've been doing real estate. And let's see, how long you been in real estate, what state you're in, and your email address. So that way we can reach out to you. And somebody on here might have a referral because nobody gets upset when we have referrals. So put that in the chat. Jay, if you could put my information in the chat too, so that way people can reach out to me and contact me, and maybe I can help you in some capacity as well. Arizona, that's right. Jim, like I say, we got a couple new people that came and joined us at Rio. We got Dee came to Rio this week. We had Jim come to Rio from Tennessee with us this week. And I just met two other people. A lot of people intrigued about my 90-day free coaching. So if you want my 90-day, you want to interview for that, put 90-day in the chat with your email, put 90-day and then your email, and I will make sure that I get you our interview questions for those. I can only take 20 people. So if you are interested in that, please put that in the chat as well. So that way you can have it. Did you say D moved? She did. She did. She came over to join us. A lot of people have been asking about you, D. You're quite the celebrity around here. A lot of people are asking about you. So congratulations to you on that. So why you all here? Jim got to hear it. D got to hear it on Saturday. If you weren't on my dials for dollars on Saturday, you got to hear it. Jim and I, we did a Zoom phone calls yesterday, but it's been working all. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to share my news. I'm going to share what's working so you potentially can get more listings. Okay. How many of you put a 10 in the chat if you would like to be able to get 2 or 3 more listings between now and Thanksgiving? Put a 10 in the chat or put me in the chat just so that way maybe you have plenty and you don't want any more business. That way I might have to curtail my conversations to you. All right, so a couple people do. We got 3 people that would like to get more business between now and Thanksgiving. 4 people, we're getting there, that want more listings before Thanksgiving. So for those of you take notes, this will help you on, and it's very simple. So this isn't a long session today. It's very simple, and you got to have the right script to be able to share this with it. And I've been using it with for sale by owners and expires. For sale by owners and expires, specifically really using it for expires. Um, to be able to try because they've already indicated that they try to sell their house. Okay. Some of the for sale by owners on here, they might be just testing the market before the holidays, before springtime. But we really found out that this really works well for expireds. So if you don't have a list of expireds, I need you to put Arch Agent in the chat, and I will send you over a free 30 days to do it. For those of you who've been with me before, you're going to have to pay for it eventually at some point because after 30 days, they will charge you. But if you haven't done it yet, or maybe find somebody else's email, you can get 30 days free. of getting people's expired contact information to help you. Okay. So if you want that, will you email me a copy of the script? Because you're pausing. I can't stand my internet at all. Like, it just drives me insane. Hold on. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna do so. I always like to be on video. Right now, it looks to be good. Hopefully, you guys can get me the internet. I'm telling you, Spectrum is about to get fired. They're about to get fired because I can't handle it. I'm gonna just turn my video off just for a little bit at all, because hopefully it makes it a little bit easier, and then I'll come back to do it that I don't be choppy. Do you hear me all right? Am I all right now, D? D, you're the only one on video. Yes. Yes. Can hear you. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I can't stand this. All right. So what we're doing is we're doing the 6-week program. Okay. This is called a 6-week program. Write it down, put in, and guess what? The reason why this program works, the reason why it works, Jill, is because you can create a 6-week, you could do 4 weeks, you could do 3 weeks. I probably wouldn't do less than 3 weeks, meaning I'm doing a 3-week listing program to try to sell your house between now and Thanksgiving. Okay. A 6-week, a 3-week, a 5-week, just count the weeks all till you get to Thanksgiving, and that's your program. Okay. Don't complicate this. All right. But what we're hearing is people ask us this question. Jim literally has over $1 million listing appointment on Monday by using this program because they say this. Could you tell me a little bit more about the program? What is this program all about? And the reason why this is so good is because they like it because there's not a long commitment period. And it doesn't hurt them one single bit. Like, why not give it a try? Okay, write this down. What do I have to lose? Well, you would ask them that. Like, well, what do you have to lose, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? What do you have to lose? I mean, it's no big deal. You've already had your house listed before. Let's just see if we can make a really big, a big approach to it. Let's see what we can do. Now, listing agents, all our agents on here, this is what I'm going to share with you. Don't go unless you are trying to build your portfolio and you want to showcase it. Don't go and do a huge thing and spend $700, $1,000, $300 on a photographer. Use your cell phone and I'll get you my guy. His name's Renz. It's like 40 or 50 bucks, and have him edit the pictures yourself and have him do the editing for you to make it look good. I'd rather you spend $50 than going out and spending all this money. The other thing I want you to start to do, I'll do your own measurements. There's an app called Kubai Casa, Kubicasa, Kubai Casa. Is Jackie on here? No, she just did one for us. $15 for measurements, all $15 using your cell phone. Okay. So don't go out and spend a fortune because we don't really know 100% if we can get it, but this gets us in the door and this gets us some potentials. Because if we're really, really good, and we get to Thanksgiving and we pour value in them, the chances of them staying with us increase. Hey, would you want us just to keep the listing live during the holidays? That's the script. Would you like me just to keep the listing live during the holidays? We can control the showings. Yes or yes? Can you control the showings? In every state, y'all, you can control the showings. I will just manage all your showings. Are you okay managing showings all? Are you okay managing showings? You better believe it. You better believe you can manage showings. So You can manage it. Mr. Mrs. Mr. Mrs. Buyer, the buyer agent. Let me just tell you, we're only doing showings this weekend from 2 to 6. Who cares? Keep yourself going. Keep yourself involved with it. Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Oh, you don't really want to do it during the holidays. I completely understand. How do you feel I've been doing? How do you feel I've been working for you? You've been great. Why don't we do this, D? Why don't we do this? Why don't we temporarily pause it till January 11th and we'll pick it back up again? Can you do that all? Can you do that? Yes or yes? Yes or yes? You certainly can. You certainly can do it. So instead of trying to have new appointments, you're just refreshing old appointments, refreshing MLS, refreshing listings in January, all. Okay. These are little things you can do during this 6-week, 5-week, 4-week program. D, you make phone calls, right? How many people do you think are saying that right now on the phones? They're not saying it. They're not saying like, hey, I have a 6-week program. They're saying, can I get the listing? Give me the listing. Let me get it.
Actually, agents aren't, they're getting into holiday mode themselves.
They are. Fewer people are making the phone calls. All right. And so this is a great opportunity, y'all. I know it's uncomfortable, but I'm just telling you, our real estate business is going to struggle these next 4 to 6 months, all. I hate to be the downer. I'd rather be the educator. And that's what I want to do is educate you. Like, this is what you need to do. I've been religiously making my phone calls 60 minutes a day. That is my goal. 60 minutes a day is a minimum that I have to work and do. Okay. So we got the 6-week program. That's what we're being offered right now. We have Arch Agent. That's how you can get these leads. If you're using RedX, if you go to Zillow, maybe you're like, man, Brock, I can't afford this. Then go on Zillow and look up for sale by, or go look up anything that's expired. You can go into your MLS and you can do it yourself and pull up the expired listings and then go into, okay, I'm gonna give you the breakdown. If you can't afford it, this is what you can afford. You can go into your MLS, you can get the expireds for the last 30 days. You can get the address. Then write this down. Go to propwire.com. Propwire.com. It's a free account. Put the address in there. And it's called Skip Trace. Skip Trace. I'll just pull it up here to show you. It's called Skip Trace and it costs 10 cents. Now, if you can't afford 10 cents, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Jay, for putting it in there. I'm going to try to do this with my computer. I can't get anything. It's showing black right now. So I will, but it is in a link. You can go to that link in the chat, go to propwire.com and you can put the address in from Zillow. You can also use PropStream. Either one of those. I use PropWire. But that's way that you can get their information. You can call them up. Okay. But if you got Vulcan 7, Arch Agent, any of those, you can use. And then you go in there and you make those calls. It's the 6-week program. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, would you be interested in our 6-week listing program? They're going to tell you what it's about. It is basically we are giving you our full listing service. Write this down. This is the script. I'm going to give you our full listing service package to see how we can market and sell your home these next 6 weeks. Would you be interested? Okay. And then basically all it's just your normal listing presentation, your listing packet that you do. I'm putting it out there. Expireds are already fine with the commission because they've already agreed to it before. So you're not really having to do too many commission conversations. You have your cell phone. Here's something that I would do. To show you another trick. Okay, my ring light. Go to Amazon. It's $40. Okay. Then, hold on. Let me give you something else. I'm sharing all my secrets. I'm sharing you all my little secrets right here. So just, you guys are lucky. Really, it doesn't matter because people are always like, why do you tell everybody everything? I'm like, oh, only like 10% of people are going to do it. But not you all, because you guys are workers. You guys are going to do it. Okay. So this is what I do. Go $40. Because guess what? They're going to ask me about the professional pictures. I'm like, where are the professional pictures? I'm like, oh, let me just tell you what we do. Okay. So I bring this in. I get an external battery. Everybody got an external? You can go to Amazon. You can get an external battery charger. Look at this plug now. Plug it in. It's working again. So guess what I do? I take this with me, put it in my pocket, take my phone, and put it in there, and I'm doing it right in front of them. Why is this important? Because they want to see us do what? They want to see us what? Working. They want to see us working. They want to see us doing this. So I take it. They don't know the difference. Hey, I take all my content. One of my camera is just the same thing, but it's really the editing that's so very important. And so I will send this over to my editor and I will share with you what I do. Guys, this stuff works. And then when I get done doing my videos of like the house and doing the little things, I know how to turn a water faucet on all and take a video of the water coming down. How many of you see those videos? I know how to turn the stupid stove on and have let me just show the flame here and do it really slow. That's all they're doing. Let me just take the light fixture. Oh yeah, here we go. Guys, the editor is the most important person. Okay. The photographers are going to be out of jobs soon. I'm going to just tell you that. I'm not being mean to them, but they're eventually going to be without a job because AI and editors are going to be the most important. And then when I get done doing my video, I go and I take Kuba Casa and I start measuring. I got to measure the house now. Got to do my measurements. Why is because I'm doing a program all that I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to actually get the closing because of the timing. Okay. The goal is for me to give them value, to give myself an opportunity either now or the new year. So my goal is 20 listings. Okay. I've been telling you my goal is 20. I got 7. I got 13 more between now and December 1st. Would anybody care that if you got 13 extra listings between now and December 1st, how many would be upset? How many would be upset? And if it doesn't cost you a lot of money, why not? Why not get it? So use this program to be able to create opportunities with expireds. Now, majority of the time, I've done this twice now. I usually get about, I don't know, a minimum of 5 questions about this program. So I'm going to open it up, mute, take yourself off of mute, and I want people to ask me questions, what their fear is. Why not you? How come you're not going to do it starting today? Ask me questions about my script. Maybe there's more details. The process. I shared with you my camera. I shared with you my light. You can go to Amazon. You can get all that stuff. Mine as well. You can use it. It's not like it's gonna get thrown away, so you can use it. Who's got questions for me? I'm gonna open it up. That's pretty much what I have for my conversation today, or my 6 week program. But I knew we'd have a lot more questions. So who has something for me? Come off of mute or put it in the chat if you can't talk. Or you make my life really easy. And today was only 20 minutes. Jim, can you explain why the 6 week program is better than going back to Angie, realtor who just expired? They're thinking of listing back with. Okay, very good question. Very good objection. Okay, let's unpack this so everybody understands it. I presented the 6 week program to the expired, and the expired says, what makes your program better than going back with my previous agent? Okay, great question. Well, my first question is what makes you think Angie is going to sell the house this time around? One would think that if she wanted to sell it, she would have done it by now. How long do you want to keep Angie around? What is Angie going to do differently this time around? Notice I didn't even really answer their question. I'm just asking them more questions, which is the most important takeaway that you need to make sure that you just picked up, Paul. I accept their question, which is part of my book. I validated it. This is my formula. I validated it. I checked for clarity, and I asked more questions. Okay. Most real estate agents are going to go in and guess what they're going to do? Y'all know it. You're going to defend yourself, and you're going to talk about how you're the greatest real estate agent in the world. And you're going to talk about how, God, I'm just amazing. Well, the reason why is because you need to go with me is because I'm going to do this. No, they don't care. You got to ask them more questions. Well, what is Angie going to do differently? I mean, one would think if it's not working, you want to try a different approach. And we only got 6 weeks to do it because you've been trying to sell your house for 6 months. So honestly, having Angie, I mean, yes, you can do Angie, but my concern is Angie's trying to sell your house in the most challenging time period during the holidays, and she couldn't do it during the peak season. So that's really my concern, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, with Angie. And what has you leaning into Angie again? His response was, Angie's going to do differently. We also love Angie, so she's doing a great job. What's this 6 week program about? What happened? What if right now is the peak season? Okay, great question. See, now we're getting questions. Okay, what's this 6 week? Angie, we love Angie, so she's doing a great job. Okay, great. I love that Angie's doing a great job. How much longer are you willing to wait for Angie to finish her job? How much longer are you willing to wait? I'm not trying to say Angie's a bad person, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, but when you hire me, my job is to sell your house. The bonus is I'm a great person, but the real job is to sell your property. My 6 week program is an opportunity. I guess if I can't sell your house, you can go back to Angie if you like, but at least you gave it another opportunity. Okay. That would be how I'd respond to Angie. And sometimes you're gonna lose. You'd be like, well, sir, that if it doesn't work out with Angie again, would I be able to follow up? Could I interview after? I want you to feel comfortable, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Now, what happens if right now is the peak season? Okay. So if the person, I guess my concern would be depending on where you are. So like Florida, you're in Arizona. So, but Florida, their peak season's about to come in. Florida's peak season's about to happen in like end of December just because of the weather conditions. All right. So I would ask like what plan are they doing in the peak season? If you're still going to go with this person, I would want to know how long they've been on the market. Typically, most agents take 4 months to 6 month listing appointments, maybe sometimes 9 month listing appointments. So I would say, how long have you been trying to sell your property? Oh, 6 months. Okay. Well, going into the peak season, is that the only thing you're riding on that she's going to sell it? Is that the only thing you're hoping for is because you're going into the right season? Are you familiar with the real estate market today? Who told you this is the peak season? Now, obviously, if I'm engaging that this is the peak season, then I'd have to answer that question myself. But typically, when people tell me why they price the house, this is the best time, this is the worst time, I would ask them, where do they get their information? Where did you get that? When they tell me that the market's tough or whatever it is, like I'm going to lean into whatever it is that their conversation is with, whatever it is that they're saying, Shantae. But then I would have some Arizona's winter peak snowbirds come in. Yeah. So what I would do is I would be looking at your previous data of your year over year or what was going on last November or last October in your MLS. And I would go to ChatGPT. Y'all should do this really in every state and every area you're in. What was taking place last year in my real estate market in the month of November? In November, please give me as much data as possible, ChatGPT, for me to use. And then you can relate last year's to this year's. Last year at this time, this is what we're seeing. So even though it's our peak season right now, we're actually below average than what we were last year, or we're above average. Whatever the numbers give, then you explain it to them on your perspective of what you're seeing. Okay. Last 5 years have shown November and March being peak. And it's very true that it's your peak. But my question would be, what is the peak really defining? What is the narrative of your peak? Like it's just because of snowbirds are here. But I guarantee you, your numbers of November and March 3 years ago are different than they are today or last year. Would you agree? Just like here in Charlotte, our numbers are different. Do you know how many people are telling me that they're hearing crickets right now in the market? Okay. Yes, especially from COVID, right? So there could be circumstances. So in this case here, it could be, the uncertainty in the economy, the tariffs, the interest rate, the affordability. These are all things that could be hindering the conversations. Another thing that I would do this is really good, is, where are they marketing? If I was trying to compete against the other real estate agent, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I completely understand in today's real estate world, we have to market because we have we have to have more exposure. So do you know where they were marketing? Are you aware of the top four cities that are moving to Arizona, Charlotte, Tennessee, Virginia? Are you aware? And guess what they're going to say? They have no clue. Because if I asked, well, I'm going to look at D because D's on the video here. And I'm going to ask you this, D. Where are the top four places people are moving to Charlotte, North Carolina? What areas of the country? Do you know?
Yep. California, Texas, Ohio, and we found like the New Hampshire area.
Okay. I'm not gonna share the secret quite yet because that's I'm gonna tell people where you're gonna go to get this. But now I'm gonna ask you the bonus round. Why Ohio? Why California?
Taxes,
Okay.
taxes, government,
Yep.
politics.
Yep. So this is what you want to. So first of all, where she's getting her information from. I love Dee. She nailed her quiz today. Go to Redfin Migration or Zillow Migration Charts, and they will tell you your area, and they will say this. These they'll give you a top 10, and it's also role reversal. They'll also tell you where everybody's leaving. So like Charlotte's top 10 places where people are moving to. Redfin Migration Charts. Yes. Perfect. Redfin, Zillow, they have migration charts. And then you can find out what's going on. So California is based off of affordability. Chicago is based off of crime. And New York is because of the taxes and affordability. And I share this in my listing presentations. And I share how we market in those areas. Okay. And we use that. So when you ask them, like, well, where are they marketing? Are you aware of the top 4 places that people are moving from? We put in Facebook ads into those areas. And you could put like $30 in those areas all to put your home, the video that you did. Or depending on what company you're at, what real estate firm you're at, the CRM usually gives you a link and post it out there for like $30, which means you're marketing in that area. Could give you a win. Could be like, oh, the other agent wasn't doing that. That's part of our 6-week program. Does that help out, Shantae? While you're doing that, let me read what Jim says. My best guess for
Tremendously.
November.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you good? Okay, you bet. Awesome. All right, my best guess for November 2025 versus November 2024. November 25 will outperform 2024, not by much. It looks like a cooler mirror of 2024. Some pockets, suburbs, high neighborhoods still overperform, but overall the tone will lean towards more of a balance. Okay. So if you use ChatGPT 5, there's also a thinking one that you can use and ask it to give you more data. This is great. Could you please break it down a little bit more based off of absorption rates, based off of affordability, based off of interest rates from last year, based off of days on the market, based off of average sale price? If you're writing anything down, knowledge is power. If I just gave you 5 or 6 things like, oh gosh, I didn't even think about that. It's because I study it. One of the things I'm doing more is on Facebook is I'm now educating people. I'm doing Facebook Lives and just talking about the real estate market. And I'm taking one little thing and sharing it. Run that list back again. Okay. So you want to talk about the absorption rate, the average day on market, your DOM. You want to ask it the average sale price. You want to know what the interest rates were last year compared to this year. You can do the affordability. How's the affordability? I'm going to give you some more now that I'm really thinking. You can go to the mortgage broker association index. And that is how many people are applying for mortgages. Use this data, especially Shantae, that in your peak season, I would go back and I would look. Hopefully I'm not choppy. I'll go back. I'll turn my camera off again. I would go back and I would look. And if I was in the peak season, I'd be like, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, just want to let you know, our mortgage broker application index is basically indicating that we are getting more buyers applying for mortgages. So this is a really good time period for us to be able to list your property. Now, obviously, you're only giving data if it helps you. If it's going in the wrong direction, be like, well, to be honest with you, the mortgage broker, the applications have gone down drastically. Like, that's probably not what I'm going to lean into. But this is some opportunities that now, if I had to, well, Brock, if you had to, I would say, well, guess what? We only got serious buyers right now. The people who want to buy really want to buy now. Everybody else is kind of just waiting. So if you're talking to buyers, this could be a really good opportunity because you're what? Your competition is not as high. You're not fighting with multiple offers. Okay. Does that help out, Jim? Give you that list back? And that's what you put into ChatGPT, all, and ask ChatGPT to create that. Be like, hey, really lean into this, ChatGPT. Please give me some data. Year over year data is very good content. And I ask people this. Okay, to escalate yourself as very knowledgeable, I just say, well, what's the year over year, sir? What's the year over year, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? Why is that important? Is because people don't know. Most agents don't even know all. So when you present value and you sound educated, you elevate yourself. Like, man, how many of you, if you were about to have heart surgery, the doctor says, well, you're going to be my first person to do this as well. I really didn't do very good in school when I got this. I barely passed, but I'm really, really excited to do this surgery for you. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm not too sure if I need you to be putting a hole in my heart. So you want to sound educated all on what you're doing, and you got to spend 30 minutes a day educating yourself so you know these terms. Thank you, Kimberly. Anybody else got any questions? It's 10:40. Anybody else got anything they want to add, say, share, question, a takeaway?
What's up, Brock?
What's up, Christian? What do you got for
I'm
us, brother?
making a PB&J for my boy, but I thought I'd share a little tip I've been implementing myself recently. It's been kind of a hit in the videos and stuff. It's goes right along with what you were saying about finding the stats and the criteria. Is one thing that's really powerful is creating a scorecard. And so, for example, you might
Did
say,
you
"Hey,
say
look,
scorecard?
correct, yeah." So you would say something like this. You find your criteria, like, hey, if we were looking for if we're looking to sell, would we want interest rates to be increasing or decreasing, right? And it's like obviously the answer is decreasing. So you say, hey, this would be ideal. We want more buyers. We want interest rates decreasing. We want less sellers on the market. Yada yada yada. You list out all the criteria that would be ideal, and then you put our current situation. So interest rates are decreasing. There are more all this stuff down on the list. And basically what that does is it allows people to see it's not just you talking up and them taking your word for it. When you put a scorecard, they see it as an objective measure of what's best. And the cool thing is you get to pick the criteria that line up to kind of make your case, right? So you can say these are the criteria that are a best situation. And look, we just happen to be in the best situation right now with all these criteria. And it gives it an objective measure, so it makes you seem more objective, but it also lays it out very clearly for them. I don't know if that makes sense if I explain that well, but yeah.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, when you say scorecard, one of the things I think about, guys, when you order something online or you're trying to do trying to like companies do this in software, like AI is doing this. Um,
Compare.
Kubicasa does this, where it's just like, here are the three things you can do, and then they have like the check, like this is included, and then they go to the right, and then like, whoa, those are all included. Then you go way to the right, and it's like all those are included. Is that what I'm hearing you say with the scorecard? Is just like, hey, if you got this, this is going to take care of all this.
That's exactly it. And again, the cool part here is you get to pick what the criteria are that you define, right? So like you said, if something is a criteria that doesn't look good for you, you just leave it off the scorecard. But if it is something that looks good for you, you add it on. So now you're stacking up. And the thing is you're able to say, hey, look, if we look at this objectively, right? This is what we want. 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 These are the current situations, and they all just line up with what is good. But you lay out the criteria, you pick it, and so you're able to really make a case very well, but also make it not look like you're making a biased case for your case. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because you always want to say like I don't want to be biased, but I really love to have you join my company. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a biased comment, but you preface like I'm not trying to be biased. I just want to ask you this question. And so in reference to the sales, that's why when I was saying to you all, how do you share this with clients and what kind of scorecard? Those are the questions, Christian, that they ask. What kind of scorecard and how do you share this with clients?
The perfect example, Brock, you nailed it, is go to Amazon and look at, if you scroll down on a product, they have the comparisons between the products. So you basically make something like that for whatever your case is you want to be, whether it's the best time to buy or the best time to sell or whatever. But look at those comparisons on Amazon, because that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You probably also can do it in maybe Chat GPT
Yeah.
is you can create it by the prompt. You know, I'm creating a scorecard to present to my sellers on what is advantageous in today's real estate market. Could you
Yes.
create some content or criteria and then base off of that?
Right.
I love it.
You could put it in a little graphic form. It's part of your listing presentation. You know, you can update it as the seasons, as the conditions change in the market, but that could just be a page in your listing presentation too.
Christian, if you can, if you like, just so that way maybe there's some opportunities for conversations for you, for other things you do, put your information in the chat. So that way, if somebody has some more questions or want to dive deeper with you on that, they can reach out to you for clarity or whatever that might be. So yeah, there's Christian's phone number. If you have questions, I'll just reach out to Christian directly. Thank you, Christian. Any other questions, all? Oh, there's his email and his phone number. We good? All right, all. It is 10:45. For those of you who this is your first time with us or just been hearing about us, if you are interested in my 90-day free coaching that I'm doing, I'm taking 20 agents. If you're interested in that, put in 90-day and put your email address, and I will send you over the questions that I'm asking people. So if you are interested in that, put that in the chat. I'll get it out to you. If you guys need anything else, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my cell phone in the chat as well as a resource. So you can reach out to me. That is my cell number. Guys, if you need anything, let me know. I appreciate everybody being on here today. Our power players every 2 weeks. So if you know somebody that wants to be a part of it, I try to make it season based. I'll probably be getting into the holiday handlers starting next Thursday or in 2 Thursdays. I go to the Philippines this Saturday to see my VA peeps. Can't wait to see them in our VA company that we have out there. I appreciate you all, and God bless you all. And I'll catch up with everybody soon. And I'll get those that put 90 days in here. I'll get those to you. I'll get you the email so that way you have it. All right, all. Have a good one. See ya.